Everybody has experience in life, and everybody has a story. Well, here's mine.
Failed again and again, so I focused on the win. Got the blueprint, ran wild as a child, grew up living fine. Could've thrown in the towel, instead I made my mother proud. Could've been in the pen, failed again and again, so I focused on the win. Got the blueprint, I'm the experience, not the expert. During trials and tribulations, producing my best work. A short glimpse of my story, audio excerpt. I struggled, not juggling, got way more stressors. Heavenly Father, my strength and my blesser. Told me, sir, the youth with the truth, keep them off of the next shirt. Prayers, mercy for all of the victims of wet work. Now I'm dedicated to preventing, check my record. Youth family services, preaching the blessed word. Overcame so much, but
What's up, family? How you guys doing? I want to thank you guys for tuning in to an exclusive interview. We're going to get to our guests in a second. First of all, once again, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Without you, nothing in this world would be anything without the views and the eyes of the consumer. So we want to thank you guys once again for tuning in. Thank you guys for your support. My brother hit me up. My brother reached out to me. We want to get the book out and tell the story. More importantly, we want to tell the story, get the story out there so that the people have the understanding of what the basis of the book is off of the story.
Yeah.
Okay?
Absolutely.
So let's get right into it. We're going to introduce the man, the myth, the legend, real well known throughout the city of Saginaw, Mr. Corey Pritchett. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. So, if you don't mind telling the people just a little bit about yourself, not necessarily, we'll get into the conversation about the book, but just tell them a little bit about yourself.
Okay. My name is Corey Pritchett. I was born and raised here in Saginaw, Michigan. Big shout out to Saginaw, what it is. All right, so I was born and raised here in 1980. I was born in a household with a mother and 3 siblings. You know, I grew up here in Daniel Heights Housing Project, man. I've been here all my life. I stayed in Grand Rapids for like 5 years, from like 16 to 21, but so I've been here ever since then, man. And been giving back to my community for about 15 years.
Long time,
you know, ever since I've been, making transitions in life. So,
right.
But it's hard for me to introduce myself without talking too much, man. So you have to just get in with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been told the whole story. You know,
right.
that we ain't even ready for.
I got you. So let's jump right into it. So we got the memoir coming out, the book coming out. Okay. The name of the book is 40,
Yes.
The Experienced,
Not
the
expert.
Expert.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
What was the driving factor that says, let's put it out there?
Corona.
That's the
Corona, right?
That's the story for everything.
That's the story
now.
for everything right now, right? But all jokes aside, though, really though, experiencing the pandemic and sitting down, not working, and sitting back and reflecting on my life and thinking about the different things that I, set out to do or things that I said I was going to do, and writing this book was one of them. So I wanted to make sure I did it. I wanted to make sure I did it and got to it, amongst other things. So
Right.
it was time. It was overdue. In addition to that, this is year 40, and so that meant everything.
Right.
That meant everything, actually, for the book.
Right.
Yep. Releasing it at the age of 40. So what inspired me to make sure that I did it now and not later was I was 40 years old.
Okay.
Once I decided what the name of the book was and what the book was going to be about, and then I started examining my life and all the things that's been taking place over the last couple of years, 40 was perfect.
Right.
And ironically, I was turning 40 years old. I had just turned 40 years old.
Right. It all works.
It all worked out.
It all works out.
So that was my main inspiration.
Right.
In addition to obviously all of the stuff that's in the book.
Right. 100%.
My life is inspired. What I came out of and the things that I strive to get towards, those are the things that still inspire me.
Okay, so what does it mean to be the experienced, not the expert?
That's a good question.
Ooh, I like it when they say that. I like it when they say that.
Yeah. Good question. That's a good question. Because what I've learned is, out of my 40 years, I've learned like, it seems like when you experience certain things in life or when you get knowledge or insight in certain areas in life, people expect you to know everything.
For the most part, yeah.
You know what I mean? All things being equal, not everybody.
Right.
But people expect a lot out of you, and they think you're supposed to know everything. And ironically for me, I happen to experience a lot of unique stuff.
Right.
It ain't my fault, I experienced this stuff. But I can't explain everything to everybody all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Just because I have an experience with demons, somebody may think that I ain't supposed to have any struggles and challenges in my life.
Yeah.
Or anybody that's close to me, right? Well, why are you not casting demons out of everybody? I don't know, right? Experience, not the expert, I'm not an expert, right? So the real thing behind that, man, is being able to tell people, hey, I've experienced this is true. And I may not be able to explain everything to you,
Right.
okay? But just take my word for it. It is what it is. This is what I experienced. This is how I experienced it. This is my understanding of my experience. And then hopefully it'll inspire you. It'll cause you to examine yourself. Maybe it'll bless you, whatever the case may be.
Right.
But when you kind of don't do that or put that articulation out there, people kind of have this preconceived notion.
Right. I like it, the experience, because I can always tell the truth about myself.
Right.
Because that's my experiences. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna get into that because it ain't about me. Because I start going for it.
You feel it though.
Yeah, I do.
You feel it though.
I do.
That's
Because
what's
you can get to it. There's a lot of ways you can go into this experience thing, right?
Yeah.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, that's the experience.
Yeah.
Right, that God gives you. Because why would you have, never mind, I ain't gonna get into it. Anyway.
It's all good.
So we talking.
Preach now. You already know. You come with a Hyundai,
So-
Hyundai.
So we're gonna kind of like once the book come out, you'll get like the full disclosure of like his life story and stuff like that. But we really wanted to hit on some pivotal moments in his life, right? And so the first pivotal moment was the move. The move, and according to some information I got, you were around 16, 17 years old.
The move from Saginaw.
From Saginaw.
Okay, yeah.
Around 16 years old. 16 years old. I'm just finding myself at 16 years old.
Yeah.
I'm still in the crib with my parents.
Yeah.
This man went to a whole nother city
Whole nother city.
at 16 years
At
old.
16 years old.
Where to?
To Grand Rapids.
Why?
Why? My mom was trying to save my life. My mom spent the time from me being born to the time she seen God changing me and delivering me and keeping me. She spent all that time trying to save my life. Till she seen my life being saved.
Right.
That's when she pulled off to a certain degree. My mom seen, like, first of all, I was born in the 80s. She seen all the stuff happening throughout the entirety of my life. And by the time I was 16, the last straw was when she found the gun.
Okay.
She found the gun and she threw it in the house.
Okay.
In my
There's
shoebox.
levels to it. It's one thing to find a gun. But
Right, no, it was in the house.
In the house.
She
yeah.
found it in her crib, you know. And she wasn't buying that, you know what I'm saying? But she threw it in the river. And at that point, she was like, it's all right. I gotta get my son out.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so that was what it was about.
So now you made this one of the pivotal moments. What made this pivotal for you? What was a life-altering situation? Or what happened during this time?
Because at this time in my life, like, I was going to either get better, make better decisions, and keep growing and developing in one area, or I was going to grow and develop in another area. So at this age, like, I was in between. You know, I had exposure to church and the Bible and things like that. I was playing basketball. I was doing good in school. You had to have good grades at my school to play ball.
Right.
Okay, and here I am playing varsity in the 10th grade, going into the 11th grade. I'm automatically on the team. Right. So I'm developing in some positive areas. Right. On the other hand, I'm smoking a lot of weed. I'm drinking. You know, I'm sexing like crazy. And my girlfriend at the time was pregnant.
Okay.
So it was like I could have either went into the positive area to develop, I could have kept playing ball, excel academically. You know, I could have did some positive things. I could have been there when my daughter was born because my girlfriend was pregnant when I moved.
Okay.
So that's why, you know, all these things are pivotal for me.
Right,
you know,
right.
and unfortunately, because I didn't want to move, and me being a 16-year-old, right, not understanding my mom's reasoning and her purpose and everything, I rebelled.
Right.
So I went to the negative side.
Right.
You know.
Looking back, right? We always want to provide value, right?
Yeah.
Looking back, 16, you're a young father, right? Looking back on it, we might have some young fathers that might tune in, or somebody might say something to a young father. What's the best advice you can give to a young father?
To a young father?
Right, and being the best father or daddy that they can be.
Know that it's about time and not money. Know that it's about time and not money. I learned that the hard way.
Grew up living fine. Could've thrown in the time. Instead, I made my mother proud. Could've been in the pen. Failed again and again. So I focused on the win. Got the blueprint. Transparency apparently. Let me be specific. Age 12, a rebel, devil worshiping the crib.